Today I'm gonna stage a Lost Hunter adventure. I only have whatever items I might take with me out walking around the woods. All right guys, I got it. Hey, thanks for checking out the Waypoint Outdoor Adventure channel. My name is Justin Van Ferrari, and yes, I'm a little crazy in the head, but I love the outdoors, I love adventure, and I love bringing people along on the journey. Oh, got him, got him! Woo! Join me as we brave the wilds of North America or wherever else we happen to be on the planet. See what we can do. As you can see, I've already got a lot of great content posted, so feel free to enjoy that, but I'm gonna keep working hard to bring you some awesome adventures, some incredible bushcraft experience, and some outdoor wilderness survival, some hunting, some fishing, lots of awesome primitive traps, and all sorts of other crazy adventures. So thanks again for checking out the Waypoint Outdoor Adventure channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment, share this channel, because we are just getting started. All right guys, what is happening? Justin Van Ferrari here, Waypoint Outdoor Adventures. And yes, I am in the creek right now. I'm gonna head out, see if I can't find any small game that I can get to eat for dinner. I love walking up and down the creek because that's where a lot of the small game hang out. There's a water source, there's food usually nearby, and so that's what I'm doing. I'm kind of looking around for tracks, and then later on we're going to stage a Lost Hunter, staying overnight. And as far as tools I basically have this Leatherman free. I've got a Bic lighter, so lighter and my multi-tool. I mean, that's literally what I carry out into the woods with me when I'm walking around. All right, enough talking. Let's go find some small game. Man, snow keeps falling from these trees. The problem with squirrel is they travel up in the trees, so you don't always see tracks on the ground. You see tracks going from one tree to the next, just a small little section. All right, look at this, guys. Squirrel went from that tree to that tree. That's what I'm saying. They don't leave a lot of tracks. They're just digging. It's pretty fresh. There's a deer. just spooked up a deer. Don't think I got it on camera. There's a porcupine living in this tree, but it's old. So you can see how easy it'd be to get turned around. This is a different creek than the last one I was at, but it looks very similar. And you're following tracks, you're walking around trees, you're looking all around. It'd be easy just to get lost. It'd be easy to not know where you are, think you're someplace you're not. So today, we'll see if we can stage ourselves a lost hunter. He was coming this way, and I spooked him. All right, guys, I got it. I lost a shell and misfired. All right, there it is, guys. Porcupine. Excellent. I am eating tonight. All right, so thank you, little guy, for your life. Successful hunt. And now we are going to stage a lost hunter scenario. I'm just doing an overnight this time. And so really I could hunker down and probably be fine. But the reality is if you're out in the middle of the woods and you don't know, I mean, you could be in a remote location and I mean, help or rescue could be days away, right? If you're not prepared and you don't have the right stuff, or just getting out will take some effort. And so you need to make sure you're taking care of yourself. And that's what we're going to do. So we're going to make use of this guy tonight. You know, when I'm walking around, I'm always looking for, opportunities. So, for example, earlier when I was hiking around, I'm keeping my eye out looking for a possible shelter spot. Right now, as we head back over here, look at this. We got a birch tree. We got several birch trees. This one, it's got some I mean, I can peel some little things off here, but let me see if I can find a better specimen, because I can't really reach up there where the bark is peeling. Here we go. All right. So you've heard a million people talk about birch bark. Excellent fire starter. The thing is, I mean, you can get it to light with a ferro rod, but you got to really kind of do some preparation to it. Some people are under the misunderstanding that all you have to do is just throw a spark. It takes a flame to get it going, but once it gets going, the oils and everything in here will take right off. Oh yeah, look at that one. Now I gotta hike about a quarter mile. I don't know if in the spot where I'm going it's gonna have birch bark. It may, but might as well take this opportunity. That should be more than enough. It is, as you can tell, I am losing daylight fast, so I'm gonna get over there while it's still daylight. I have no light. I have a video light I'll use later on, but again, I wasn't prepared, and so I need to try and get what I can get before the sun goes down. Here's a spot I was talking about. This right here, massive tree, is a ready-made shelter, and so that's what I'm going to use for tonight. It's always sketchy trying to cross this creek because it looks like a sandy bottom, but it might not be. It's the last thing you need when you're stranded out someplace, is to have one bad misstep and end up soaking wet. So always take extra precaution. Oh, yeah. All right, here is home for the night. Oh. Last thing I want to do is sit in the snow. This is where I'm going to make shelter. Now to get firewood, but I'm getting overheated. I don't want to get overheated, so I got to strip down. I'll definitely need these layers later on for sure. So again, keep them high and dry. Oh. Yeah, I should have done that before I started working. You always heat your body temperature up when you're hiking along and stuff. So, uh-oh. May have made a slight mistake. I've got this base layer. It should dry pretty quick. I'm not overly sweaty, but you can feel it. So this right here is a pine. It's a big old pine tree that fell down, and because of that, there's all this dry pine under here. That's perfect. I love like a pine or a fatwood type thing. This is perfectly dry to get started, but it burns hot and it lights fast. The problem is it doesn't leave coals, and it doesn't last long. So to do this guy, we're going to need some coals. So I also need to find some hardwood. There's plenty of stuff all around here, so I'm not overly worried about it. So but here we go. Let's collect some firewood. We're going to need a lot for tonight. I picked this spot because there's so many immediate resources right here. All right, so this should be enough to get the fire started with. I'm fighting the clock, so just getting the stuff over here is my main concern right now. Something just a tad bit thicker. That's up off the ground for the most part. All right, now this, if I can get this down, this is hardwood right here. All right. I need to slow down. I'm fighting the sun, trying to get this done. If I get too hot, it doesn't matter if I get winded. If I get sweaty, I'm in for a miserable night. If I can get a fire going, then I have options. I can dry my stuff out. But who wants to sit here naked in the cold next to a fire? Sometimes overworking yourself in this situation is the difference between making it and not making it. There's so much to do. The tendency is to do too much. So stop. You know, whatever it is that you do to relax, just do it. You need to make sure that you're in just an awesome mental state. Heading into night, when the sun goes down, I can already feel the temperature dropping, and it's just going to drop more. Thankfully, there's cloud cover. If this cloud cover stays, then it's not going to get too crazy cold. But if the sky opens up and the stars come out, I promise you it will get frigid tonight. All right, right now I am doing whatever I can to get up off the ground. And this right here, I'm thinking, might make a good backrest. All right. Just get it up off the fire here, or off the ground. I'm not going to use all of it because I got plenty. And what if the fire goes out in the middle of the night? All right, now all is good if my lighter works. Uh-oh. Oh, hey. Look at that. What does that stuff take right off? All right, it's going. Now that's going, but it's not going to last very long. So Oh, this will go a little longer. I'm not even going to expend the energy. I'm not going to have enough to leverage to break that one, so I'll just burn it in half over time. Now, the danger is trying to get it too big and it burns me down, so I don't want that. I'm feeling like, or that, we don't want to burn that either. Feeling like the fire's a little close for comfort. All right, Justin, just chill. Let this die down so I can throw Porky right on there. Not a whole lot we can do until we get some coals out here. Definitely smell that hair burning. Yeah, smells like my beard on fire. Man, I should have let the coals build up just a little bit more. But it'll do it. It's just going to take a little longer, but I've got all night, so. Excellent. All right, I already know some of you guys are making comments about cooking and food and one overnight, and you know, I could survive the night with no food. But in a true situation, you don't know if you're going to have to survive the night or if you're going to have to survive many nights, right? Water is the top priority, and so I'm surrounded literally by frozen water all around me. The problem is it's not beneficial for me to consume the snow because it takes more energy for my body to melt that down and it lowers my core body temperature. I suppose I could fill my boot up with snow, set it next to the fire and melt it, drink out of my boot. Or use what I have on me. What would you do in this scenario? Moment of truth. Let's see if it's done. Whew, that's warm. Look at all those quills. It's hot. I'm not nervous to touch it. It's just hot. Oh man. Oh, yeah. It has a very distinct flavor. What's it taste like? I don't know. I do not know. All right, low and slow. I got time. That's got good heat. All right, guys. I dozed off for a bit. The fire is dying out, and I kind of burn up all the wood that I had. That big log was a waste. I mean, I guess it's nice to prop stuff up against, but all right, out to find some more firewood. Definitely cooling off. I see stars in the sky. Stars in the sky means it's in for a colder night. So it's 3:30 in the morning. So it's getting real chilly. I got some wood now. All right. Well, hey, good morning. I kept the fire going pretty good. It actually wasn't as complicated, wasn't as difficult to stay warm as I thought it would be. This is a great shelter for the conditions I had, it was probably even more than enough. But I think the biggest problem I had was water kind of dripping down the side, but not at all on me. The fire right now, this size, is I mean, it's putting off a lot of heat. It's the coals are putting off a lot of heat. Now I got to keep feeding the coals in order to make it work, but honestly, this is plenty to keep me warm. That's what I discovered. If the weather would have got worse, then I would have got to it. I don't know how else to put it. So, but this was sufficient. I ate just a little bit of porky here, and but I wanted to roast it low and slow, and then I was tired, and so I felt like getting a good night's sleep was a necessity. There's not a whole lot of meat on porcupines, which is crazy to me because they're so big. Big and poofy. All right. As you can tell now, it's getting a little bit lighter. I'm gonna finish up this porcupine. Here's what I learned. Shelter is top priority. And then after shelter, fire can act as a shelter, right? It's really about maintaining your core body temperature. But water is the next. And so I'm surrounded literally by frozen water all around me. I could drink out of the creek. 9 times out of 10 in this area, I'm going to be okay. You never know what virus or, bacteria is in there. So the last thing that you want to do is be miserable when you're trying to get out of the woods. Gosh, guys, this is a learning experience for me as much as it is for you. What would you do in this scenario? Number one, would you eat snow, okay, if you had something to offset your calories? Or would you drink out of the river? I have no container. So really, those are kind of my two options. And I know, here's what you guys are going to say. You're going to say, carve out a wood container, find a hollow log, and then put water in it, and then dump hot rocks in it. I didn't show you the part where I looked up and down the creek. There are no rocks, all right? I mean, maybe somewhere, okay? There are no rocks to put in the coals to boil the water. I have a hollow log right here. I grabbed this hollow log, and down there at the end, it turns unhollow. Literally, that was the idea I had. Everybody talks about that idea. So guys, I have plenty of light to get out of the woods. Let me know what you thought of the survival video. If you like it, I'll do some more along these lines. If you don't, then I'm sorry. I enjoyed it. So I love putting myself out in scenarios where I'm learning. I'm constantly learning. If somebody claims to be an expert in something, there's no such thing as an expert in every facet of the outdoors. Yeah, there's people that are, you know, expert in certain areas and things. So I don't ever want to come across as the know-it-all for outdoor survival. I'm pretty confident I could figure out a way, and I could survive. Oh, next rule of survival, number one rule of survival: don't leave your rifle in the woods. Peace out. For your camera.